What company is the contract with? Is it already set up as a
The contract has not been approved yet. I gotta try to think of their name. I don't have it off the top of my head.
But you can shoot it to us in an email?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then, is this based on any, like, major cities that are already doing this?
Yes. So there are cities that are already doing this citywide. There's actually other countries that are doing online voting also. So this has been looked into. In fact, the RFP process that was done to choose this vendor, the RFP went out, was the same RFP that they use in, I believe it was the state of Hawaii or one of the big cities in Hawaii. So they are doing it in other places. They have addressed the security issues, and so they wanted the neighbor councils to have the opportunity. I want to make sure they have the opportunity should they choose to.
Open the door.
And then we're thinking like the voting would be open like the same as the vote by mail period or absentee, like 6 weeks or whatever it is.
Well, that would be a decision. It may not be. It may be open for a 4-day period or a week period. Part of that could depend on your stipulation worksheet. Those details haven't been worked out yet. Basically, what we're voting on the contract is to open the conversation, and the department will create the guidelines for its use.
Okay, is there a council file we can reference on this yet?
No, I do not believe so yet.
So from our standpoint, if we
Right now,
discussed and
you are
debated
writing a
it
letter to the commission.
with what we want?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Yes,
And
of course,
please, not just as a board. You may as a board vote that you do want it, but individuals may have concerns and don't want it. And you have the right to please notify us, email us individually as individuals also. Or do it as a whole, but as individuals. Yes.
Who's the final decision maker as to whether this happens or doesn't?
The commission.
Is it going to go to the LA City Council?
Once the contract is done, yes, it will go to city council, but the commission has the first round. If it doesn't get past us, then it won't be moving forward.
Thank you.
Okay?
Very good.
Thank you.
Yes, anybody can write a note, including stakeholders.
Okay.
So you're welcome to do that if you'd like.
Very good. Next, we're going to hear from Dora with Assemblymember Adrina Zarian's office. Good to see you again, Dora. The floor is yours, Mrs.
Hi
Esparza.
everyone, my name is Dora Esparza with Assemblymember Nazarian. He is your state representative for the area. I'm here today just to let you guys know that we will be doing a women's self-defense workshop. If you know of anyone that is interested, we will be having them on March 14th, 21st, and 28th. I have the flyers up in the front. Any questions or anything that we could do to the state level to be of assistance, I'll be back here. Please feel free to come and talk to me, any questions you guys might have. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dora.
Thank you, Dora.
Thank you.
Did you want to speak, sir?
Yes, can I get this card?
Of course you can. Yes.
This group didn't know that we should sign in.
You're all good with us. So, you're Daniel? Daniel, you got 2 minutes, sir.
This is item G, and I have never been here before, but the item G is, from what I understand, is a 86-unit apartment building in our neighborhood here, and I wanted to say that these ladies and myself are quite concerned about such a high-density apartment building. I was personally down-zoned about 20 years ago to low density, and I think that was California law, which I adhered to. We did not get paid for our excessive taxes that we paid on the higher density property. They just took the value. To me, it was probably a couple of $1 million of value at that time, but that happened to a lot of people. But at this time, I'm limited to 35 feet on my property, right next to this. I have 4 units, 4 properties right across the street. I think I have 23 properties in that neighborhood, and the density is terrible in there. You can't find a place to park. The traffic is horrendous, and this is asking for a 56-foot high building, and it's kind of inhuman to pack people in there like rabbit hutches. And there was only 22 units there before. to jump that to 86 units is way too much for that neighborhood. So I object to this kind of density. However, if you insist on that kind of density, which would happen to me 20 years ago, I would like the same. Treat me the same, give me the same density.
Fair enough.
That's what happened 20 years ago. And so that's what I'm asking for now.
Thank you, Daniel. All right, we have a couple more public comments. Thank you, sir.
I think they could probably speak on that agenda rather than speak on public.
Okay, so then, that's fine. We will, did you want to speak on that item when it comes up, or did you want to speak now on it?
We'd rather you speak when it comes up. So we can-
You guys are all here for item G, right? Okay, so yeah, just sit tight. It'd be better to speak on it when the council's addressing that agenda item. So, moving down the list here, so public comment, we're good until we get to item G. Secretary's report, Mr. Hendry.
George.
Yes,
two more. Standard public, and then I got a regular.
Did you want to speak?
Yeah, right.
Paul, is this on item G or something?
No, but that's on just agenda.
Okay, so we're gonna recognize Paul for 2 minutes. Yes, and then Brian, you're the first one on the agenda.
Oh, I'm gonna speak in the agenda. Okay.
Yeah, I did a special agenda item for the immigration workshop. I got you. All right, Paul, you have 2 minutes, sir.
Hi, my name is Paul Dorigo, previously on the Hollywood Hills Neighborhood Council, and today on the public comment section, I'd just like to talk and bring in awareness about marijuana smoke, which is now going to start permeating our apartment buildings, and it's going to be a very common thing. And the thing about that, when it comes up, I'd just like to make the council aware and people aware that marijuana smoke carries a drug, THC. It's an aerosolized, so naturally you're breathing this in, and it gets into your bloodstream, even though you don't want to be smoking it. And though it may be cool and hip, there's other ways for people to ingest it medically, vaporizers, to eat it. So I'd like the council to realize that I don't want to be affected by pot. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night with heart palpitations. I don't want my kids to be woken up or be around it. If we're in apartment buildings, we're all going to be affected by it. And I'd just like to say that it's something to be aware of coming down the road. We're going to be talking about it more. It needs to be added into the no smoking addendums for apartments specifically so nobody can really argue. And this thing about disabilities. Well, your disability doesn't mean it has to be my disability, and we can take care of you another way without affecting. I take aspirin, you don't need to take aspirin, right? There's other ways for us to get this in there. So we don't want to make it a political issue, we want to get an effective issue for people who really do need it for pain suppression. And that's really want to make sure that the council is coming down the road. So I just want to make people aware of that one topic.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Up next, we have Michael Bell with the League of Humane Voters. That's what it says.
Good evening, my name is Michael Bell. I'm a voice animator by craft, by profession, and one of my loves is animal welfare. And I've been very much involved with issues surrounding the Department of Animal Services for a number of years. You have a shelter right up here up on Victory. One of the most important aspects of curbing the amount of animals that roam the streets, we have 30,000 in South Central alone. We've got thousands up in Sunland, and you have thousands in Van Nuys just roaming the streets. It's a health issue, it's a public health issue, it's a safety issue. And it's very important that we get a handle on it. One of those important factors would be spay and neuter, mandatory spay and neuter. And we do have a spay and neuter ordinance here in the city of Los Angeles. It's not great, but it would have to do in the meantime. Unfortunately, at the present time, and you'll be hearing from your general manager this evening, we have a general manager that is not as interested in the spay and neuter, mandatory spay and neuter, as I am, as a number of the rescue community is. We have over 230 rescuers in the city of Los Angeles that bail animals out from our shelters at an expeditious rate, attempting to save them. The majority of them have mandatory spay and neuter on their minds. They spay and neuter all the animals that they get out. Unfortunately, here is something from our own general manager regarding spay and neuter, and this is a quote. In the future, the need for spay and neuter funding may decline as more animals are sterilized, resulting in fewer animals impounded and sent to shelters. Now, there is no fact behind that at all. There are no statistics behind that at all. And the fact is, she wants to send that money that we have now for a spay and neuter budget, which is about $400,000, to another animal welfare trust fund, which has nothing to do with spay and neuter. And it's imperative that we use that money for spay and neuter. You cannot use that money for anything else. We've got to have that money for that. That cannot be used for anything else. To me, it's imperative that we stay on top of this ordinance, and that you, as a group of people, listen carefully with a jaundiced ear as to supposedly her success as general manager, because we have facts to prove otherwise. And you can always go to our website, which is expose of Department of Animal Services. We have a YouTube page, and you can see what we're talking about. A lot of other issues involved. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Tim Brown. Tim Brown.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tim Brown. I am representing New Directions for Youth. We are contracted to remove graffiti in the city of Van Nuys. So I know there is a large request coming in from 301 with graffiti along Van Nuys Boulevard. So I want to let you guys know that my crew is working overtime to get this graffiti down. What's happening right now is that there's a lot of gang wars. There's also tagging crews, and they're crossing off each other right now. And it's getting really out of control right now. So I've been with the company for the last 10 years now, and this is a new department that they've assigned me to. So I want to let you guys know that we are working very diligently to get the graffiti down. What's happening, there are some gang members that are trying to push our crews out of whatever area that they're at. But like I said, I want to let you know we are having support from LAPD, and I want to let you guys know we are going to do our very best to get all this graffiti taken care of for you guys, and make sure, because I know Van Nuys, as I was coming down here right now, Van Nuys Boulevard is looking like really terrible right now. But like I said, we are going to do our best. I know, like I said, right now, if you guys have any issues and so forth, I know you guys reported 311, and we definitely will go ahead and take care of that for you. So I just want to say thank you for your time.
There's something like that mural on Victory Boulevard, you know, when you're going, and across from the 7-Eleven, there's the Tommy's, across from Tommy's.
Correct.
That thing's got like 20 different gang tags on it. Like they're just going all up the side of that mural. I'm like,
You said that's on Victory, and what else again?
Victory and Vesper.
Victory and Vesper. Okay. I actually just got out of a meeting with the OCB. We're actually contracted with the city of Los Angeles. We have been told not to touch any murals unless if we get permission from the owners who actually put together the mural and so forth. So if I'm able to get a hold of that owner who put that mural, we can go ahead and take care of that and so forth.
Thank you.
Yeah, the mural itself is on private property, so it's on the side of a commercial building, so I don't know if you're going to...
Yeah, because that's our problem, yeah, because we can...
I don't think you're going to be able to do anything about it.
Really? Okay.
Maria Skelton.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Tim.
Mr. Brown, you have a business card.
Yes, ma'am.
And the young lady has a question over here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you. I could use one too. There's a market, the ranch market over on Sepulveda, that's been vacant probably for about 2 years. And there is tagging, graffiti all over the place. I don't know how they get that high. Or maybe I do.
There's another organization called Graffiti Control System. They come in our area once a month to take care of the high graffiti. And what's happening is that a lot of the gang members and tagging groups, they understand that it takes longer for that to get removed, so that's why they go ahead and pick that up. It takes longer for it to remove. So that's something I can address the graffiti control system to try to have them come out and rock.
What steps are being taken against these kids or these people that are doing graffiti?
Well,
It's like, should their hands be chopped off or something?
yeah. You know what, unfortunately, there's really not much you can really do unless the LAPD is right there on site. And I happened to see them just last week. They were tagging a pole right in front of my office, and I almost grabbed the young man myself, but he was a minor.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I
I didn't hear you.
Okay, so basically, if I would have grabbed him and tried to apprehend him, I could have gotten in trouble for that, you know? So by the time we called police, they're already out of the area and stuff, and as I approached him, I said, hey, what are you doing, young man? And he just laughed at me, flicked me off, and he started rolling his skateboard and kept moving, So, but, we're trying to see what we can about this. That's some of the issue that brought you all like this.
Now, about 11 kids are out on their skateboards with backpacks. And they've got all kinds, and they're hitting their Dearman's 99 all the way around. And it's just really, if they would just be caught, and then make their parents responsible. Don't put them in jail, make them responsible.
Tim, is there a way to get the information to you faster than going through 311?
Well, my office number is on here, and like I said, they can call me directly. And, if it's something...
Would like an email picture be the fastest
email
way?
address, that would be helpful as well, too.
And that's tbrown@mail.ndfy.org?
That works,
Which I guess the acronym would be New Directions for You.
Correct.
Very good. Yep. Nothing gets by me. All right, thank you, Mr. Brown. And you did a great job playing for the Raiders.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Jose Castro. Jose Castro.
Good afternoon. Let me introduce myself first. I am Jose Castro. I'm a school teacher at VNNC High School. I'm here with a special group of students that they would like to approach and talk to you guys right now in terms of some financial help that we might need. So if you guys can listen to them, please.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Elizabeth Vasquez, and I'm a senior at VNNC High School. I'm here to represent the Skills USA Club. It is the first year my school participates in this organization. Skills USA is like a partnership with students, teachers working together, and we maintain American workforce with like technical and skilled occupation. At my school, we focus on the tech arts of robotics, automotive, and manufacturing. Recently, all three groups went to compete for skills at the regional competition located at the Los Angeles Trade Technical College. I am proud to say that we had bronze, silver, and gold medalists coming from all three tech arts, and on top of that, we still have other competitors that qualify to go on to state, such as myself. Now that we have state competition in a month, we are preparing for more than ever for an opportunity that can open up many doors. All groups stay after school for practice, training, and extra classes in order to prepare ourselves for this upcoming competition. Our advisors, such as Mr. Castro, Mr. Grusso, and Mr. Wilkins at VNNC have also put in a lot of time and effort into ensuring that us students are equipped with the right experience and knowledge. As important and exciting this experience can be, there are some troubles that we are hoping to overcome. The expenses for a 4-day trip to San Diego for the state competition is a struggle for most of us, including myself. Of course, we have had our fundraising, like today we actually had our own fundraising at McDonald's. But unfortunately, this money raised can only cover a percentage or a part of the expenses. So on behalf of the Skills Committee from VNNC High, I am requesting a grant or any help that can help us achieve our goal. I know that this competition will not only shine a light on our school's name and reputation, but on us as well.
Very good. So did you want to request money? Did you guys want to go through the
we would like
formal
to
process?
We would like to go through that processing. I would like to mention as well too, because I came here about 4 years ago. I spoke about my program and I got great recommendations from you guys. You guys actually offered me money. I say no, because I didn't want money at that time. I wanted just networking with industries. At this moment, obviously, this special group had gone too far for us in terms of they're really skillful individuals. And again, it's just that, again, 90% of them or more are actually VNNC high school residents.
When would you, go ahead.
I was just, do you have a ballpark amount?
We're approximately, it's 34 students, so per student is about, we said about roughly $300 per student. That's what we're looking at.
I've been out of high school a while.
300 times 34, I don't know the math right now. It's pretty much the top of my head.
Right here, what's 300 times 34?
Our total would be 3,400 for each.
About 3,400?
Yeah.
Is that for all of them, or is that what you're asking for?
That'll be for all of it.
So what percentage do you want us to help you with?
On this one, I'm gonna have, because they're doing fundraising, and we're getting a portion from the school, not everything
So you don't have
covered.
the final amount yet?
I don't have the final amount yet, so.
How time sensitive is this?
When is this competition taking place?
Competition is on April
9th through 12th.
9th to 12th.
Okay, so it's right away.
I
I
mean,
just gave them a packet. You typically, you would have had to come to my Budget and Finance Committee meeting first. Then we put, the executive committee puts it on this committee's agenda, and then we would vote on giving you funding. Given the situation and the end of the year and trying to do the funding, if we could expedite that, I would go along with that. What you need to do is fill out that packet completely, and then give us a general idea of what you're looking for. We only have about $7,000 left in our budget, and we have some other things that we've got on our agenda already to fund, but we would certainly like to help kids doing something like that, because you're our future. Without you, we haven't got one.
Appreciate it.
So we want to help.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity.
thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
All right, Charles Barnes, did you want to speak at 8G? Where's Charles? Okay.
Can I speak just prior to the presentation?
Absolutely, absolutely. Mr. Wilkinson, did you want to speak when we get to the agenda item on the annexation? Very good, very good. Mr. Bell and Mr. Gus, you've already spoken for public comment. You can speak again on specific agenda items. So, wherever you guys went, or did that just get passed down? Okay.
On 8, yeah, we have it down here, agenda item 8.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to come back to you. If I forget, just put your hand up. So, very good. And then Tony, we'll get you. All right, so let's start checking it off down the list here, guys. Secretary's report. Yes. Oh, okay, what we were going to do is address old business. I believe we have 2 applicants. Yeah. Brian's the first thing on the agenda once we get to it.
I'm sorry.
But we're going to jump to old business. Austin, this gentleman would like to become, I will recognize Amanda, of course I will. Austin, in his infinite wisdom, wants to come and sit on this board. So we are going through the formal process of having him jump through just a couple hoops of fire here. Mr. Knoll has submitted his application, as is the process, and let's rip into him. Austin, what's going on, buddy?
Well, I'm Austin Knoll. I'm 16 years old. I'm going for the youth chair in the council. I'm homeschooled. This is my first year being homeschooled. I am and have been part of several organizations, charitable organizations in the Van Nuys and San Fernando Valley areas, such as I'm the youth ambassador for a nonprofit organization called the Family Rescue Center, which provides low-income families with food, clothing, and shelter. I was the president of my student council at my old school. So I think I can be a great asset to the council by providing wise insight from a youth perspective.
Does any of the council members have any questions? Yes, Ms. Skelton. Well, we have the youth seat up, and then Mr. Luna's old seat, which was residential renter. So those are the last 2 vacant spots.
No, what are the qualifications?
16 to 22 years old and a student.
And he's 16, so he's just the right age.
No. Again, what are the qualifications to get on the board? Do you have to go to like 3 meetings like Charles? Or
Nope.
something, Charles?
Not if you're a student rep.
Oh, no.
Not as a student rep.
So you could just do an application and get on? Yeah. Oh, okay.
But he has attended 3 meetings. This is his 3rd.
And he helped us with the event with Assemblymember Nazarian, the Senior Scam Stopper event at the Bernardi Center. Mr. Hendry? Mr. Hendry?
Is there a question, and it's just for his purposes too, about his not voting on contracts or money? There's something about, there used to be something about people under 18 not.
Ooh, that is true.
Sounds right.
So what we will do is look into that. If you get elected tonight anyway, you couldn't vote on money funding because you have to take the funding class and
take the training, right.
ethics training and everything.
Tell you all
We
about it.
will send over an email to the city attorney and have them give us a ruling on that, whether legally you can vote on things of that nature or until you're 18. Do we have any other questions for Mr. Knoll? Yes, Stacy
What
Rain.
was your previous school?
Chaminade College Preparatory in Chatsworth.
Good school.
West Hill, sorry, that's the high school campus.
Catholic school, yeah. Good school.
Miss Rain.
Let's vote him on, let's vote him
Two
on.
questions.
Yes.
How do you feel about education? And what do you think, I mean, first, would you like to join the education committee, and how could you help with the education committee?
Well, I think education is one of the most important things from my age to the high school level can get. You know, I believe that without education, you don't know half the stuff you can learn when you're educated, and you won't be able to fully make wise decisions regarding your future colleges, your job enrollment, and credits. As far as that goes.
How do you think you could benefit working along with the education committee?
I believe I can have in mind the mindset of a person my age and be able to incorporate that with decisions regarding where they would go and how regarding their education.
Are you social media savvy?
Yes, I am. Very social media savvy.
Mr. Luna and then Miss Hobb.
Kind of a logistics question. How did you travel here?
I got my dad drove me.
So the reason I asked is that going to be an issue as far as logistics?
I am in the process of getting my license right now.
Thank you.
And he doesn't live that far anyhow. He
Oh
lives
yeah, I'm
on
about
Furman.
3 minutes away.
Miss Hopp and then Mr. Hendry again.
My question is, since you're saying you're homeschooled, which can be a very good thing, because that usually means you're gifted and school is too slow for you. But I would like to know, how will you be able, and I think you just answered it from answering the last question, to encourage other youth to get involved in their community and in this process? Because we are trying to bring forth more youth to replace some of us old fogies eventually, so that we have future generations to be able to continue.
Well, currently that is one of the biggest things I've been doing being homeschooled. I have talked to multiple schools, including my 2 old schools and other teen organizations, trying to get them to, because I am the youth ambassador at the Family Rescue Center, and I'm getting them involved with that. I've done numerous events over the past 5 years, or 6 years. I am the head of all the youth, and I get them involved with all that stuff. So I'm great with talking to them, and I'm great with talking to you older adults as well.
Excellent.
Mr. Hendry, did you have another question,
Yeah.
sir?
Just to clarify, you are within our narrow little boundaries?
Yes.
Okay, approximately where, let's say? It's a major intersection.
Sepulveda and Victory.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good enough, yes.
He's here.
Anybody else?
I'm all
Yes,
for
Ms.
voting on
Skelton.
it.